Oh, yeah, I got a Discord notification.
Yeah.
3 shots to the kilos hosting a live. Yo, sick. There's 3 people there already. Okay.
Eating and flipping out, bro. We're going live now, man. Tune in. Okay, we can't stop eating and
Alright, you're alive now, yeah?
All right.
What's happening, people? Welcome to another episode of Free Shots Live at 9 with your boys Marvin Abbey and Tazer Black.
Yeah.
We've got about 4 or 5 topics to go through. We've also got the Discord. So I believe...
It's pinned to the top of the chat.
Okay, yep. So the Discord link has been pinned to the top of the chat. So some of you can come onto the stage, have a conversation with us today on some of the topics. And then we're going to go from there. Hope everyone's had a good day, good week, good month, hitting your goals. Do you know what I'm saying? My headphone, let me put the headphone on.
Alright, we've got 4 people in the audience. Let's see who wants to join us on stage. We're going to be talking about a few things. Well. Alright, so.
I can't see how I'm looking, Brent. Come on, man.
There it is.
Where?
Behind you.
That's not helping.
Oh, is that what you meant?
Just put it, you're vain, man.
Excuse me?
You're vain.
Coming from you.
Brother, you've asked to look at the camera.
Brother, like, bro. Like, everyone go on Marvin's Instagram story right now. Man's posted bare meat. He's talking about I'm vain. Love it.
What?
Yeah, let them go and see for them.
Yesterday, did you not record a video from
doing pull-ups?
From behind?
What do you mean? Why are you saying it like that?
But it was from behind.
I'm doing pull-ups.
Okay, but it was from
What,
behind.
I should record pull-ups on the front.
I'm just saying that was from behind, yeah?
I didn't show meat, though.
Okay, cool, no problem.
What's going on there? You got ladders in your do-rag, by the way.
I know, this is my gym do-rag.
What does that mean?
This is when I went to the gym.
Good evening, Big K. How are you?
My rubbish do-rag.
But the do-rag's a pound, bro. As soon as the ladder really dash in the bin, though.
No, I still went to the gym, bro. I'm not throwing away.
Let her babes catch you in the gym with the ladder.
I don't care. Look at the
That's it, I don't give a damn.
Look at the arms, babe. Stay focused, man. Concentrate. Fuck you talking about? What's going on?
Big K, what you doing? You right?
Oh, is Big K on the stage?
Yeah.
Hello?
Bit shy. Can't hear you. Sort your mic out. Never mind. They're back down into the audience.
All right, so we've got a couple of topics to go through today.
Oh, here he goes. Someone said, let's talk about Liverpool's form. Towards the end, don't worry.
How many people in the chat at the moment, Taze?
91.
That's nice. Okay, wonderful stuff. So we've got a few topics. What are you gonna say, Taze?
I was going to say thoughts and prayers out to those who are in Jamaica. What's happening over there is a bit mad. And I saw a video. I'm not sure who the person was. I think it was the Prime Minister, President. I don't know what his term was, but he just came on the news and said, "Listen, mind your business, man. Don't go outside and try to see what's going on. Everyone stay in their yard." But you know, like he had the accent. It was strong. Say your yard, man. It is true. It's like, yo.
So I saw a post. This is.
Okay, Melissa.
I'm not even trying to be funny, but KFC closed, didn't it?
Yeah.
In Jamaica, the comments, bare people were vexed.
What? Like they were gonna go through the.
Well, bare people were vexed, like as in Jamaicans in the comments vexed, like, what are you closing for? Like, what? What I eat? Like, brother, it's a storm coming, bro. You want me to be cooking chicken?
Brother, I can't lie. The chicken in the Caribbean is different, though.
I'm vexed. I didn't go KFC. I forgot, man.
But when you went to Jamaica.
Yeah, but do you know what it is? The buffet was buffets in, man.
Yeah. To be fair.
So I'm like, what am I gonna say? But I should have just tried it.
I tried the KFC in Trinidad, the airport. Brother. There's a queue in the KFC in Trinidad, and I don't think everyone who's there is about to catch a flight. I think they've just gone to the airport for the KFC.
You can't. You just walk in the airport like that.
I think it's the only KFC in the. Is that the only KFC in Trinidad?
Brett, he's trying
No,
it.
I'm asking a question.
As in the airport?
No, as in the country.
Excuse me?
Oh.
What?
Boy, the racist undertones are crazy. Man said Trinidad's got one KFC in the airport. What, so everyone's going to go to the airport to eat?
I said that's what I did was a queue.
Let me say myself. There's 59 KFC restaurants in Trinidad and Tobago.
59.
My bad.
Man got 58 wrong.
I don't like the fact that he Googled that.
I had to Google it to clarify. You know me, man. Subjects have changed, man.
No, but did you?
See, if I say something, man, I can put my hands up and say it's wrong, you know.
No, but did you?
By the way,
Go on.
Carell wants justice, man.
What happened?
You called him Karim.
Nah, that was AI.
ChatGPT. Hey,
That was AI still.
that text he said he was justice, bro.
Into my own business, man.
Shout out Carell Prince, but if you ain't listened to the episode yet, go listen to the previous episode. We had Carell Prince, aka Mr. HMRC, aka Mr. Taxman, on the episode. YouTube's dropped as well. Go check it out, man. He's a cool brother, man. I like him, man. He came manny R&B.
Oh yeah, okay. He liked it.
What? Brother, you see the man there, yeah? They love it. It's just that they can't let me know how much they love it.
Ooh. The man them love it.
They love attending.
No, you didn't say that.
They love attending.
No, you didn't say. You said the man them love it, but the man them just won't tell me how much they love it.
They can't tell me.
They can't tell me how much they love it.
They can't though. They can't though. I don't understand.
Man is dialing in.
And I'm not dying. I said they can't tell me. I don't want to know.
So they're enjoying it so much they can't tell you. Man said they can't though.
But you can't tell me. You don't tell me how much you love
Whoa, we'll tell you what I love what?
R&B.
Okay.
What's going on here, bro? You know, you see.
Look, someone said that's a dangerous red.
What? How's that dangerous?
Do you know what you said?
You can't tell me how much they love it. Yeah, but I didn't clarify what it was.
Exactly.
But I did though, because I said R&B.
In the end.
You lot's mind, yeah, goes the wrong way, bro. Sometimes.
Crazy.
Someone's asking for Rio. It's a free match ban. I see. By the way, I need to let people know. Yeah, you see the free shots community, like everyone in the chat right now. You lot don't understand. Obviously, you lot been rocking with us for years, so you lot get the lingo. You lot don't understand how much I love you guys, man. Like you lot are on it. Look, the word barely left my mouth, bro. They've already cooked man in the chat.
I said barely left your mouth. You didn't even dumb down on it.
Because you kept making me repeat it.
No, I didn't.
All right, I'm in the sin bin for 5 minutes, man. Go on, man. Take away the topic, man.
All right, so the first topic we're going to talk about, obviously, the topic a little bit close to home for everyone. We've seen what's happened with like Gets and whatever in regards to the issue. Obviously, thoughts and prayers are to the person who lost his life, the kid. But it's just for me, it's an unfortunate situation because, like, I know Gets, I know him, so it's just sad for like all parties involved, man. Like that's my take. Like, I haven't got like much to say on it, but that's the biggest takeaway for me is that it's just sad for like everyone, like, and it's just consequences. It's kind of like, even me and Tazer, there's conversations we've had in the pod where I've said, Tazer said he doesn't really drink no more, and I've said I've been to raves and people are like, why aren't you drinking? I'm like, nah, I'm cool, and people are like, nah, just have one, just have two. And the saddest thing for me is that like this could have been anyone, as in this could have been anyone who's had a drink and just thought, you know what, let me just jump in the whip, and now your life is completely. Two lives have completely changed, and countless other lives around those lives have changed. So I think that's the biggest takeaway for me from this, is that we just all have to learn discernment, man, and just to not drink and drive, basically. But yeah, so I did want to open up the Discord to hear what people had to say.
Before we do that, can I just say the young boy's name, Yubin Tamang. Rest in peace, and thoughts and prayers to his family and close ones.
But what I don't like though is the judgment from everyone in terms of, I get what's happened, but how do I say this? I get what's happened, but it's like, I've been to raves and I've seen bare people leaving raves and they've blatantly been drinking, and I see them walking to cars. So it's kind of like, that's why I say, I think the biggest takeaway from this is everyone who, if you've done it before, don't do it again. And if you're thinking of doing it, don't do it. Brent, you got anything to say at all? Or we throw the Discord out there?
Yeah, so I have opened up the Discord. Anybody wants to chime in on this? We are here. I see Miles says free gets. RP to the boy. What does free gets mean?
Who said that?
Miles.
What, in the chat?
In the chat, yeah. What does that mean?
I mean, look,
This is just people being silly, man.
normally when you say free someone, it's like free a minute, free them from jail and whatever. But I can't lie, it's a bit.
It's insensitive, right?
Yeah, it's insensitive, man.
Hmm.
We're all for jokes and that, but this one is not the time,
There's
man.
consequences for actions, and yes, cool. Gets is someone who's part of our culture and someone that we wanted to see win because of the things that he was working on and just the way he's kind of changed his life around. Anyone who knows Gets from back in the day to who he's become now, amazing transition. But at the same time, he's done something irresponsible. It's led to the death of someone. So saying free Gets is very, very, me personally, is immature and it's irresponsible right now.
I think it's better to not say anything at all as opposed to that because obviously if you've got an affiliation to Gets, I understand it. Because for me, I've grown up and Gets has kind of been ever present in terms of my music journey, in terms of grime, in terms of East London, in terms of the area. So when I heard it, I was just so sad because I'm like, this was your moment, as in like you were in your moment, like as in you've become that rapper that everyone likes, respects. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're getting the flowers, like finally, and then it's just now I'm just like, obviously I'm sad as a whole, but it's just like knowing him and seeing the journey. That's another part of it that has really been like, oh man.
I think another thing, and this again, we're just we're podcasting and we're reporting on what's been happening. Yeah, I think another thing that's been harrowing for people, yeah, is the fact that there's a video of someone who went to the is it a court case? Magistrate's court, and then obviously read out the actual facts of what happened. Yeah, and for some people, it's like the fact that you even tried to hide what you had done. Obviously, some people are arguing that he might have panicked.
Yeah.
It's not like you handed yourself in. The feds had to come and find you. So many things could have happened. So I guess with the information that's out there, for some people, it's like, come on, man. Like, and remember, the video that we're all talking about hasn't exactly been verified that that's what happened. Just if you're going to speak factually, everyone's saying this is the video of what happened, but it's not been fact. So, but because that's the video that we've seen and we've associated it with the
crime,
it does look mad. I googled the length of an average lamppost. It's between 12 to 40 feet, and the facts are saying this boy's body went 60 to 70 feet
in the air.
Brother, that is mad, sad, man. But yeah, like I said, there's not much I can say on this.
Yeah, I think it's one of them ones where like, can't lie, man. There's not much to say. It's just obviously I know people want us to touch on it, but just for me, I'm just saddened for all parties involved, and also in terms of families involved, because it's a ripple effect. It's not just like, obviously there's a boy who's dead, there's someone who's going to go to prison, but then there's kids of him, there's mothers and fathers on the other side, brothers, sisters. Like, it's just an unfortunate situation just for everyone involved. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I mean, if no one's going to jump on the stage, I don't know if you want to read out any comments, Taze. But yeah, man. It's one of those ones as well that, like, I don't even take joy in speaking about this. You know, there's certain conversations that I can have on a podcast and I don't care. Not in a rude way, but it's just like, I'm going to talk about it. Like, whereas this one, I'm not going to lie to you, like, it hurts me to talk about this. Like, really does. And you can even hear the atmosphere in the room is like, there's no, what's the I'm looking for? There's no energy in the room, no. Like, the energy's gone out the room, bro.
It's
like,
sad, man. It's sad.
Like, completely gone out the room.
Just to read a few comments, Just Jay says, it scares me that so many people are speaking like they haven't made a mistake before. RIP to the victim and heartbroken forgets. EO says, before the crime, he was deemed an icon in UK rap scene. However, that will be tainted. If you do the crime, you must do the time. Ram says, it's a sad situation and this is going to weigh on his conscience for the rest of his life. RIP to the young boy. Ezzy says, I thought it was clickbait. Literally Was in his studio every day last year. Met him several times over that period. It's really sad. DA says, yeah, when I heard the charges, I automatically thought of the GRM Cully interview where man was speeding crazy. Sana says, no comment interview doesn't mean a lack of remorse. Because someone says, he did a no comment interview, no remorse. Black Rob says, the disappointment does come because we hold him to a higher standard than other rappers, but he had been done for speeding before and clearly hasn't learned from it. I think
There's two at the bottom as well, if you want to write at the bottom.
Keone says, a small mistake and choosing to drive while you're drunk is two different things. EO says, I personally believe one can be sad for both parties. I'm sad for Gets as he's someone I looked up to, but also sad that someone lost their lives and he was the only child as well. Yeah, man, as a parent, listen, that is for way. And also, I just want to clarify the no comment. I grew up in an area where whenever you got arrested by police, you said no comment, even if you were guilty.
Yeah, standard. And
it's just like the relationship black people have with the police isn't the greatest. So anytime you're being interrogated by police, you say no comment until you can speak to a lawyer. So
and also, as you said, and most people don't realise, if you haven't been arrested before, there ain't no badge of honour, by the way, but if you've been arrested before, the police will try and speak to you before your solicitor gets there, or just in general, to try and get something out of you. So what happens is when you say no comment, no comment, no comment, at the end of the interview, you will write a statement and read that out on the tape. So you tell them what you're going to tell them, but you say it in your words and how you want to say it. Because remember, they're going to ask you questions in regards to what they've found out, what they know, to try and know more. So that's the difference. So I wouldn't really hinge everything on the no comment, because, as Tazer said, no one goes in there and just speaks. And also from where we've come from as well, police, nah, might not trust them. So, but I get it.
The commentary around by the cultural commentators,
Yeah.
does it feel or sound kind of distasteful to you?
I think it's because. But remember, if we didn't know both parties, as in obviously, I'm assuming a lot of the people that are speaking about it online don't know the boy; they just know Gets. So it's like they're speaking from knowing him. I think that's where it's becoming a bit distasteful. Where it's like your feelings of how you feel about whether it's Gets or rap or the industry is slipping through when you're doing your commentary. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, but you see me, I'm not in a rude, I don't mind that one, because if you've got an affiliation to someone and you know them, there's always going to be like this unconscious bias that slips into your commentary. The annoying thing for me is the people doing it for clickbait.
But how do you know they're doing a clickbait?
Just the way they're going around it. Like, for example, look at the way we're talking about it. There's no joy in how we're talking about this, bro. We're not pointing fingers at anyone. We're just speaking about it as a whole. Whereas people are trying to either do one or the other, but in a way we are like, I don't know, man, it seems a bit performative. Like, it's for clicks. But, I mean, at the end of the day, something wrong has happened and people within their right to speak about it. So, but that I would say. And also, I think, for example, Bouncer is very vocal about it. But his angle is, Cadet got killed by a drunk driver. That's my brethren, so I don't like it. So he doesn't care. There's no filter in his breakdown of the situation. Whereas someone else who hasn't, and maybe has an affiliation with Gets, will speak about it a bit differently. So it just depends, man.
Good evening, Black Rob.
Good evening, guys.
What's going on, man? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Regarding the situation, hello?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah. So regarding the situation, I just wanted to get everyone's views on, like, I even had to kind of stop myself a little bit because of how I felt about Gets, and I like him even as like a artist, and even just in interviews, I like the way he thinks and stuff like that. I was almost like more focused on him than what was than the victim at times, and I was trying to give him a blight a bit more than I probably would have if it was any other musician in the scene. And I think that's what's seeping into some of our commentary, because we've all got a bias towards him because we all like him.
Yeah.
And but at the same time, I do think it's quite interesting that, like, and it's clear as day when you see how people react to certain people, who has good relationships within the industry and who doesn't, because obviously he said, as Marv said, he's your friend. I'm sure he's friends with all the people that matter within the industry. So that's why, obviously, Posty wants to take down that video. That's why, even Zizi, for example, was even her commentary was a bit of a nothing commentary to me, but it seemed like she was almost trying to defend him as well. And sometimes I feel like it has kind of like like the Streisand effect, where you're trying to help someone, but in accidentally doing more harm to them by trying to defend the indefensible. The best thing you can do for your friend sometimes is to not say anything.
Yeah, but I think that. But the only problem is when you're a social commentator like ZZ or Bouncer or something like that. When you speak about everything else, when something like this happens, you can't not speak about it, because everyone will now point fingers and say, "Hold on, you talk about everything else. Why are you not talking about this?" Then they'll accuse you of, because you're brethren, that's why you're not talking about it. So they have to kind of talk about it, but in a way that, because the relationship with that person is still there. Like, for example, if that was my brother or someone who was very close to me, would I speak about it the same way? Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's still someone who's very close to you and someone that you love, or do you know what I'm saying? So I think that is the issue here, that a lot of people are friends or know, so they're more disappointed in what's happened and still trying to be objective with their criticism because of the relationship they already have with this person. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, but that's why I think almost, funny enough, this is one of the few times where I think Bounce's commentary was probably the realest, where he was just like, I am biased because of X, Y, Z, and then he went on in his tirade. But like, sometimes if I was like VV or something, I probably would have been like, rah, I'm not gonna give the best commentary if I comment on this. So I'm not gonna say nothing because I'm close to him. And I know this is not what you guys want to hear, but I'm just gonna stay out of it. Like, even obviously the Chunks and Philly stuff is completely different, but even Chunks was like, I know you guys all want to hear from me, but I got nothing to say because anything I say is gonna. I mean, like, sometimes that's the best thing to say. Sometimes, like, you don't want to hear my opinion because I'm biased.
Yeah, it's true. But again, like, however people are going to talk about it, they're going to talk about it. It's going to disappoint some people. Some people
100%.
are going to be not going to be happy about it. Sorry, some people are going to be disappointed. Some people are going to be disgusted. It is what it is. But at the middle of it, at the center of it, Gets has done something irresponsible and it's led to the death of someone. That's it. That's all we can. Like, we're not trying to, like the my man tweeting, posting earlier, free Gets. It's like, it's not the time and place for that. Like, so I get the commentary, but again, like Marv said earlier, there's some people who you can see in the commentary that there's a little glee in them being whether the first to report it or to talk about it, and it's like, that's the part that's a bit like, oh, allow it, man. Like, this isn't what the scene is about. Even us touching on it today, like we spoke about it off air, like, are we gonna talk about it? But because we're not talking about it from a sense of how some of the people online are talking about it, we're just literally reporting it to our Free Shots community, and then I think it's okay. But even still, I'm sitting there uncomfortable talking about it. I'll be honest with you.
Fair enough. But at the same way, because you are closer to it than most of us, you have to. You're even more touchy in the way that you're more emotionally invested in the way that you address it. The same way that guy in the car that went to the hearing, it's probably not emotionally invested, but you feel like there's a way he should approach it because he's a black person.
No, I don't think.
I'm assuming.
No. I haven't got an issue with anyone reporting anything, because at the end of the day, that's what social media is about now. There's social media commentators, isn't it? I don't know who the guy is. It's the first time I've ever seen or heard of him or whatever, but he's doing his right to do that. I can't say he's wrong or right for it. At the end of the day, he was the first to break the news that most people heard. So when it comes to certain things, I've got nothing really to say about other people that are commenting on these things, because when you really break it down, I don't think this has happened before within our scene. When you really break, I don't think it has. It's like, it might be the first time. Like, obviously, there's like people have gone to like prison, like maybe like Digger D or Lowski, or like you've had people go to jail for stuff like CB, whatever. But I don't think anything like this is, because most times when people go to jail, it's for like drugs or whatever. Everyone's just like, oh, if you sell drugs, that's the chance you take. So you kind of you don't. It's sad, but it's like, it's not sad like that, because it just happens often. Whereas this one is just like, it's out of the blue, bro. Like, it was just.
Do you know what it is? I think it's because he was in the twilight part of his career.
Yeah, that as well.
it's the part of the movie where you ride into the sunset. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why. Do you know what I mean? Normally, what was it? Who's it? Was it Crazy Titch? Like he was at the so people were just like, what could have been, whatever. So you don't like. It's a bit like it's different because this is the part where you're supposed to have all the madness is supposed to have already happened in the third act of the film, and she rides off into. That's why it kind of hits a little bit different as opposed to like I think hasn't he gone to Penn before when he was younger in his career, but because it was like a short stint, and then he could come out, and then everyone likes the comeback story, but like the comeback story shouldn't happen at this stage in the. That's why I think it hits a little bit different.
Yeah, it is. All right, man. Love for calling, though. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. Brent, anyone else? Or if not, I'm just gonna conclude this one still.
All right. Corey, we come up on stage. If not, then we're moving on. All right. Good evening, Corey.
Yeah, is that coming through?
Yeah, it's coming through.
What's good, Corey, man?
Yo, big up Taze, man.
Big up. Yes. Oh, go on, my brother. You good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, Wiggy, jump on, man. But anyway, listen.
Well, man, not getting no big up still.
No.
Damn. Well, once you're up tequila, yeah? Shout out you know, brother. I hear it.
It's family, man.
Shout out, Marv, man. You know the debate goes in the football group, man. But hey, listen, just on the boundaries, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Boundaries?
Where do we draw the boundary of, like, what crime could have committed for us to be like, right, even though, like, he's got this great future ahead of him, and even though we're close because he's in the culture, like, we just don't feel nothing. Because, like, you see, like, if you look at a lot of the conversations that's happening, sometimes it starts off with, what a waste, he could have been this, he could have been that. But what crime would he have to commit for that to not even enter our minds? Do you understand what I mean?
No, I get what you mean, because I think you're saying that, like, there's loads of other rappers or people that do crimes, go to jail, it doesn't affect anything. Is that what you're trying to say?
Does he need to touch kids for you to be like, all right, cool, now lock him up, instead of looking for grace? And
no, but no, I don't think anyone here is looking for grace. I think we're just saying the situation as a whole.
But is that what you meant, though, Corey?
Yeah, kind of, because, like, so Brent, you've touched on it, because for me, no pun intended, for me it's like we naturally, because we're close to him, we naturally have this feeling of, what a wasted career, what this could have been, right? Because we've seen his journey, we've grown with him. But what crime would it take for us to not even have that feeling, or for that thought to not even enter our minds as a community? Not free shots, just in general. Like, where do you guys think the boundary is?
If it's not murder by car.
That's a good.
Do you see what?
No, I get
I
get what you're saying, because within the community, for example, if someone, yeah, I get what you mean. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. This might be one of them. Because you've seen you've seen the response from the public towards this. So this is one of them, bro. When you really break it down, because although, like, you might be saying people are giving him grace, most people aren't. Most people are just saddened because it's him, but they accept the consequences of what he's done, if that makes sense, and they're not happy about it. Because I'm thinking, because remember, in terms of rappers, drugs kind of go with your persona. If you get caught doing drugs, you go to jail, you come back out. It fuels your career, in it, because you're a rapper. That's what you talk about. If it's violence against another man, like, it's what you lot do. Like, what rappers doing it, they beef. So it doesn't affect your career. I think it's anything to do with kids, anything to do with women, anything to do with, like, vulnerable people, stuff like that. And then obviously this. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but I hear what you're saying, though.
And look, like, I get, like, we've all probably got a close one or a loved one that's been on the wrong side of a crime, and we still have sympathy for them because we know them and we love them, right? So, like, for example, like, my little brother, he's gone through what he's gone through. I've held him accountable, but I still feel it. I still missed him when he was away, innit? So I kind of get that, but it's, I just thought I'd raise it just to provoke thought, innit, as to, like, where do we morally draw the boundary as a community, no matter what role you play in the community, whether that's a rapper, whether you're like Thierry Henry or a legend in whatever you are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's something we've got. Obviously, there's obvious ones that I don't know. Monetization might lock us off in that, but there's like Marv said, the whole touching kids, the indecent activity with women, vulnerable people. Those ones, that's just like it's a be all and end all. But even in saying that, there's certain artists in America that people are still trying to scream free them, even knowing what they've done. So it's a good question that you asked, but I guess everyone has their own moral compass.
Yeah.
In
And
that regard.
If Getz is the man that we think he's become, I don't think he will. I think he'll truly take accountability, and I don't think. And obviously, I don't know him. I can only just project off like the journey we've seen him go on. But I think he probably looks at this and says, "You know what? I effed up, and like I deserve whatever backlash or whatever comes from it, and I just gotta do my time, like ride whatever consequence comes, and then just try and build back up after that, man."
Just got to see how it plays out.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my 2 pence, man. Shout out Free Shots, shout out everyone.
Love, bro. Thank you for calling in, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, don't know, bro.
Thank you, man. It's interesting though that point. That it's kind of like what within the scene is a crime that would make everyone say no. Because obviously we've seen it with Diddy. And obviously as soon as we saw him kicking Cassie, everyone was like, nah, this guy's done. We've seen it with R. Kelly. But we've seen other rappers that have murdered someone or done something, and people still bopping to their music. They're violent. We've seen them, heard rumors of them stabbing someone or doing this, shooting someone. People still bopping to their music, but that's still violence towards somebody. Someone was on the end of that violence. But in our mind, because we maybe quantify it as they might have deserved it or they were involved, we don't see it like that. So it was an interesting take, to be fair. But I do think that with this, because it's been publicised, because people have seen the video of the car. Allegedly, but we don't have to have a link to it. And I think people have heard the charges, that it's just people have just been like, nah, man. But yeah, man, it's a sad situation, and we just pray for all the parties involved in regards to families and loved ones and the ripple effect of this whole case. And yeah, man.
Good evening, our resident lawyer. That's the resident lawyer, right?
Yeah, resident lawyer.
Yes. Resident lawyer, you know. Hello.
Come on, man.
Good evening. All.
You right, Sana?
I'm all right, bless. Thank you very much. Just heading back from the gym.
Okay.
But I just thought I'd chime in just a little bit, because I think there's also something important that people should be made aware of. Everyone's talking about sort of like accountability and him, if you know, the kind of man that everybody knows gets to be.
Yeah.
That he would take accountability for, or he ought to take accountability based on what we know about him. There's much more meat to this bone than we know. Like, we've obviously been given the bare minimum information about what has actually happened. Of course, at the magistrate's court, you're told, like, the prosecution will present their case and they will also want to deny bail on the basis that they've got a strong amount of evidence against him at this point in time. They mentioned CCTV, they mentioned cell site, I believe, and they also mentioned a witness who actually recorded his number plate. Yeah, his number plate, and that's how they tracked him down in the first place. So, but that doesn't mean, and that's just stage one, by the way. That's not even stage one, actually. That's the bare minimum. I believe he's at the Old Bailey in the next 2 weeks, I believe, at end of
November.
Actually, I don't know. He's in the Bailey very, very soon in the next few weeks. So that will be his first appearance. And then from then onwards, if he's going to contest this and have a trial, there'll be more evidence that comes out. And people got to also realise, whatever happens on the roads, whether he was drinking, it's a given that he was drunk. It's a given that he was under the influence of drugs. But we also don't know whether there's other road users involved here in this collision whatsoever. We don't know whether that footage is actually, like Tazer said, and Marv, you've also said that, you know, that we don't know. It's alleged at this point in time whether that footage is even the footage in question. So we have to just bear that all in mind, and that's not to discredit anything to do with the victim, you know, RIP to him and his family. It's very, very sad what's happened, But there's a reason why he's contesting this. Getz is not silly. He would have been advised by lawyers to plead not guilty at the magistrate's court. You get a third off for your guilty plea at the magistrate's court. You think he wouldn't have wanted a reduced sentence? There's more to this than that's going to come out to the light as time goes on.
Oh, so he's put. I didn't know if he's putting a plea yet or not. I just need it.
Yeah, he would have had to at least indicate one.
Okay.
Probably indicate a not guilty plea.
Can it change? Like, for example, if he puts in a plea of not guilty, can he change to guilty? Or if he puts in a plea of guilty, can he say not guilty afterwards? Can it change when he gets to the Old Bailey?
Most definitely he can.
Okay.
Most definitely he can. So your actual plea and trial preparation hearing, which is your first hearing at the Crown Court, which in his case is the Bailey, that is your real that's your real opportunity to put in. You get a quarter off your entire sentence for pleading guilty at that stage. So that's when he would, if he is going to do it, that's when you would want to do it, because after that it gets less and less and less and less all the way up to the first day of your trial.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just a case of when you get to the trial, you can just say, like on TV, they show that like when you're at the trial, they have an initial hearing, but then I didn't know that at the what they call it? Is it called a sub hearing or whatever I don't know what they call it.
Yeah, it's the first hearing. Yeah, the PT. It's called the PTPH, the first trial, the first hearing at the Crown Court. That's your best opportunity because it's the closest one to when the incident happened, arguably. After the magistrate's court, that you could take accountability for it. They don't want to waste
police time and money and stuff.
And all of that. Yeah, they want to get this show over and done with. You plead guilty, then you have your sentence hearing, you crack on. But if you plead guilty at that stage, you get a quarter off. A quarter off a death by dangerous driving case is quite a significant amount.
But someone said here, I read he didn't enter a plea. Can you do that where you don't enter a plea? Can you say?
Yeah, you can. You cannot enter a plea. You cannot enter a plea, and especially at the magistrate's court, like Barkingside Magistrate's Court, you can definitely not enter a plea. But there's like a form that his lawyers will have had to fill out and stuff. And you could just put on it not willing to enter one, but sometimes you indicate one and sometimes you actually put one in. So it will depend on whatever it says on that paperwork and what he did at court as well. But so really and truly, it's a matter for what he does in the next coming weeks at the Bailey. That will definitely be reported on, whether he pleads guilty or not guilty.
And also, do you think it would be difficult to find a jury as well? Is it going to be a jury? Because when you have a case and someone is maybe as well known as this, can it affect the jury pool? Or because there might be people who listen to his music on the jury or... Yeah. I mean, at the Bailey, you've got one of the most diverse jury pools around. So you will have some ethnic minorities on that jury that are pulled for it. But just them knowing his music, for example, is not necessarily enough to sway them not being on the panel. They have to not know someone in the courtroom, him personally, a family member of his, or like any of the barristers and stuff like that. There's a very specific set of rules as to, or like the location of the incident where it happened, for example, whether they potentially live in and around that area and may have heard about it way back when and maybe were biased as a result. So there's a few things that they will look for. Them knowing his music, I mean, he's so well known that might struggle to eliminate a jury based off of them knowing his music. Whether that makes them biased or not, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. You can listen to an artist, unless they're like a super fan of Getz, which having that at the Bailey, I don't think that's going to happen, I'll be honest with you. But where sorry, I know you want to ask a question. Because I've done jury service before. I think I've done Snaresbrook Crown Court. But obviously, I
remember you saying this last time I was on.
Yeah, but I'm in Essex anyway, so I'm saying, so for the Bailey, how would they find people for the Bailey? Is that the whole of London that they'll just send a letter out to? Or is it a certain catchment area around the Bailey?
No, I'm pretty sure it's like, it's a wide net casting of individuals. And also you've got to remember, like, if someone does know him on that jury panel, or thinks they know of his music and is particularly swayed by it, his lyrics might come into play. Like I already mentioned, I posted it on the comment section that his song lyrics might come into play here.
Seriously, you think so?
Yeah, listen, it's happened with far too many artists that I represented, and I would be shocked if the prosecution don't try and get it in. How admissible it is or isn't is a different conversation. But if he's been rapping before about drink driving or drug driving, then, boy, that's not going to help. I'll tell you that much for free.
Okay.
I didn't have a
It's not gonna
question.
help.
I was just going to say, let's wrap up the topic because we've got 20 minutes left of the live. And yeah. But Sana, thank you for your
Love.
input.
Yeah.
You've clarified a few things for us.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you, man.
It's dope that you have a resident lawyer, to be honest.
And that's true, man.
Yeah, to be honest, what she said, she gave a bit more color to us waiting until there is more information comes.
Yeah.
I never knew that
Mm.
the reason as to why it is that we may not have already heard his plea is because maybe there's information that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Or
could
he
involve other cars and this and the next.
or because he hasn't put in a plea.
Mm.
I didn't know that you had to even put in a plea. I thought you had to put in your plea once you get to the Old Bailey and then they say, so how's your defendant pleading? I thought it was, but the way you're making it sound is that the earlier you put in a plea, the better it is for your sentence because of police time and money and stuff like that. So it's interesting. But I appreciate that. Thank you, man, for doing that anyway.
Right.
All right, we're going to wrap up that topic. We got 15 minutes left. What topic do you want to go for next, Taze? Code switching, that's not long enough. Is that,
Nah. Brent will be ending at 10.
I have to. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, cool. We can touch on it then so people listen to the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
If there are people on stage, then we might look to stretch it a bit. So it's up to them.
Yeah, okay, cool. So we had a big debate in the group earlier. I was filming, so I couldn't really get involved.
Did I sorry, Brent, there's a video in the WhatsApp group. I don't know if you
can play it.
No. Yeah, things like that I would need.
Earlier.
Yeah.
That's what I put in. I think I put in there.
And I would need it in a particular format as well in order to.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can just.
I can play it.
Yeah.
And basically, so this topic is about code switching. How many people in the live now, Taze?
274.
279. I can see on my one. Oh my God, I'm mad.
Now go on, play the video.
269. We'll speak about Dave's album in the next part, which is you have to listen to on Friday. But yeah, so we're talking about code switching in the group. I'm going to play a video. Shout out Koi. Koi was on Word on the Curb, and she was speaking about her experiences with code switching. But I'm going to play the video, and we're going to talk about it.
Paycheck, but I'm having to be two people. Doesn't make sense.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I thought to myself, I'm getting one paycheck, but I'm having to be two people. Doesn't make sense. That's literally how I felt. I felt exhausted at the end of every day because I felt like I had to make. Because code switching isn't just being a chameleon, because that is a strength.
Yes.
It's making everyone else comfortable at your own expense. Yeah. That's my experience of it. Like it was like I was playing a role. I was doing whatever made me less threatening. And do you know what? So it was not conscious. It was very much. And I believe this, learned from my parents. Yeah. Like, I saw them have to do it because they grew up in a way harsher time. Like, your mom gets on the phone, she's a different person entirely. Yeah. Right. Bear in mind, my mom can speak fluent Yoruba and English, but she's going to give people what she feels like she needs to. Yeah. So, of course, loving mummy, I'm going to think this is something I'm going to have to do because it was an asset for them. I'm thinking an asset for me. Actually, I don't want it. You know, like, it's exhausting and it's tiring. Being a chameleon is a strength, 100%. Yeah, but, like, being exhausted because I need other people to feel like my opinion wasn't too brash or feeling like I haven't spoken too many times. Having to think about that all the time. You don't pay me enough.
So that was a conversation on code switching. There's parts of it that I understand, but as a whole, I'm not too sure because I feel like code switching is something that we all have to do in various aspects of our life. Like even within that interview, there'll be code switching within that interview because you can't talk how you would talk when you're at home with maybe your brethren. There's a level of professionalism that you have to enter that interview with. Do you know what I'm saying? Even when you're at work, there's a level of code switching that you have to do because everyone has to kind of understand each other. You can't bring slang into the office. You can't bring a certain tone into the office. This is an environment where it's pleasant to be in, and everyone's supposed to get along. And do you know what I'm saying? So,
All right, so when we were talking about it in the group, I had to Google the definition. Yeah, I think this is the best one I've found. Yeah. So code switching is a behavior known as code switching refers to the modifications that people might have to make in order to make themselves fit in better or gain acceptance from others. These adaptations often occur for reasons that involve race and ethnicity. So that's basically what I was trying to get at. So the example that was given in the group is when you're around elders and you might not use slang when you're speaking to them.
or you're mad like polite.
You're mad polite. And then the other example was in corporate when maybe you don't want to go to the Friday evening drinks with your colleagues, but then come Monday they're looking at you like you're the outcast, or why don't you want to be with us? And it's like, I clocked out at 5. I don't have to go to drinks with you just to progress in this industry kind of thing. So when she was talking about I only get paid one paycheck and to code switch and stuff, I think she was talking about corporate.
Yeah.
But then she started talking about her parents. I don't know if she meant her parents in corporate.
No, I think she's talking about our parents in general, as in like our parents when they first came to the country, if they had accents or whatever, you've heard your mum or dad on the phone.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that ain't how you talk.
Well, my mum can speak Queen's English. Like, I didn't, obviously, in my house, you're not aware of that until she has to put it on.
That's what I'm saying. That's code switching. That's my whole point.
No, but my mum's not against doing it. That's the thing that I was trying to get. Well, I was trying to get at the group that for some people, I think it makes them feel vulnerable or they feel incapable because they don't feel comfortable code switching.
Yeah.
It's like I can do it, but the amount of time I have to do it is maybe not comfortable for me. Whereas some people can just do it and it's not a problem. They don't get. It's not taking no brain power. So I think that's what it is. And also, you made a very good point in regards to when people go to these expensive restaurants, they're back straight. You know what I'm saying? You're back straight. When they're leading you to your table and all of a sudden you know how to, you know how to walk.
you ain't shouting like you're a nan.
Like you're in Sam's or Morley's. You know what I'm saying? You're not referring to the chef at Novikov as boss, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you lot pick and choose. Oh, sorry, not you lot. People pick and choose when they want to code switch. And I think that is an interesting conversation because I think when it benefits them, they're happy to code switch. Whether it's to make profit or it's to get access. But when it's now something that's not benefiting you, all of a sudden it's tiring. And this is not negating Koi's point. I'm just saying people that complain about code switching.
No, but to Koi's point, so obviously I spoke to ChatGPT about it and I said, what are the different forms of code switching, the definition. So you read out the definition and it says the pros, where is it now? The pros to code switching, adaptation and communication. It can help individuals bridge cultural, linguistic differences, enabling them to be heard, understood, and succeed in various environments. Professional advantage. In work settings, being able to fit into the dominant culture communicates norms, can help with progression or acceptance. Social navigation. It can be a tool of strategy, protecting against discrimination, aligning with audience, avoiding misunderstanding or conflict. And identity negotiation, it allows people to move between different identities, spaces, cultural, social, and professional, while maintaining different facets of self. It says why it can be negative. So emotional, physical drain, switching yourself off, dumbing down, changing parts of your identity repeatedly is tiring and can impact authenticity and well-being. So I think that's what Claire was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It says loss of authenticity. Over time, one might feel they're not being their true self, leading to alienation or identity conflict. Unequal burden. Marginalized groups often bear more of the burden to code switch in order to fit in, which is unfair and reinforces power imbalances.
I think that's what Koy was talking about.
Yeah. Masking discrimination rather than fixing it. If individuals adapt to hostile environments rather than organizations adapting, the root problem remains.
So is it unprofessional for me if I, for example, work in corporate, but my lunch is pounded yam? I don't want a tuna sandwich.
Yeah, but the issue here is the issue here your food or the fact that your food stinks?
But a tuna sandwich stinks, bro.
No, I'm just saying, no, but sometimes, but come on, I'll go Greg's and I get tuna sandwich. It's not banging like that.
What do you mean stop banging like what?
This person's put F4 raw in the microwave, bro, the whole office smells like
the shop floor.
shaki. Brother, people are leaving the shirt shop with their clothes smell like stew, and you're saying discrimination. Big man, relax, man.
You can't find that one.
Can't find that one. I'm letting the widow.
With your hands, you know. I also got the bowl with the water.
Bare oil in your fingernails.
Man's got a lie and say it's turmeric, you know. All right, cool. In the chat, yeah, I think I'm saying his name right, Mirad. He said, isn't code switching sometimes people's excuse for not being professional? I agree with that.
There is that as well.
There is that.
I think there's a few caveats here. There is that. And also, one of the ones I personally believe is you don't like your job enough as well. Sometimes because a lot of the time we do jobs, we don't actually like it. It just pays the bills. So when you're going somewhere, you have to pay the bills and you don't really like the job and you feel like, can't be me. Like, I hear it. But sometimes, unfortunately, I think what social media has done to everyone is it's made everyone believe that every single job that you do is something you like, you enjoy, and you find glee in. That's not life, bro. It's not life. A lot of people do jobs that they don't like, but it pays the bills. One of my brethren in Liverpool Street used to earn P. Shout out Cabs, man. He used to earn P.
Didn't like his job, though.
I don't know if he didn't like it, but bro, he used
like
to,
the pay.
The hours are mad. Like he would get to the office at like 7 a.m. He'll leave at like 9 or 10 in the night.
Bro, that's a shit.
Brother, yes. And he'll do it like Monday to Friday, then some weekends he'll do it. And I know like he was earning money, but his standard of living in terms of his social life took a dip because you're working all those hours and it's very intense.
Someone said something in the chat that applies to the conversation we had earlier. Gin and Gist said, where is it? Sorry. Being polite isn't code switching. That should be a standard. I agree.
No, I hear that. But Gin and Gist also said you should be able to bring your whole self to work. No, you shouldn't. Do you bring your whole self to your parents?
I think it depends where you work as well.
No, I hear that. But when in life can you bring your whole self anywhere? Be honest. In front of your parents, can you bring your whole self and be like, yo, man, what we doing? Man, gonna link some things today. Hopefully, I'll smash.
No, but
I'm just saying. You can't bring your whole self.
No, but wait, hold on. But even in saying that, you only have those type of conversations with certain people anyway.
That's my whole point.
But that's not you bringing your whole self.
No, but if you can, my thing is bringing your whole self is being unapologetically you.
Yeah, I can still be unapologetic me and not speak to my mum like that. I don't get.
No, you don't get what I'm saying. No, but the thing is, when you speak to your mum, there's a certain level of, even for example, if your mum asks you if anything's wrong or whatever, you might just there's a respectful thing. Put it this way, innit? You know how people see different person. You know they say there's different version of you.
Yeah.
For example, your mum knows Tazer Black, but that Tazer. I know Tazer, but your mum doesn't know the same Tazer. Your brother will know a different Tazer.
But that's not code switching.
That is code switching.
We're conflating two things.
No,
Code switching for me is language, as in how you're speaking to. I'm not trying to fit in with my mum.
I didn't say you, but you subconsciously you are
Trying to fit in.
Maybe fitting might be the wrong word, but the perception that you're giving your mum is not the same perception that I get.
That doesn't mean I'm code switching.
But it is a type of code switching.
No, because you and your mum, you and my mum are two different people. But to two different environments.
But that's the whole point. So why are you two different people? Why?
No, you and my mum are two different people.
Yes.
That doesn't mean I'm different.
You are. There's no way. Me and your mum know you're the same person.
It's not about whether you know me as the same.
There's no way.
But okay, you might have information that my mum doesn't have. That doesn't mean I was code switching. Is what I'm saying.
But that is code switching.
How? There's certain information I didn't volunteer to my mum that I volunteered to you.
I don't think you understand how it works in terms.
No, I'm saying the way you're using it is what I'm testing.
But for example, like your wife will know a different version of you to a link. They're both women that you shared intimacy with, but they're gonna know different tasers. Do you know what I'm saying? You're looking at code switching as being in the office, wearing a shirt and tie.
No. So me being one way with my missus and being another way with my boys is code switching.
It is, yeah.
Okay, maybe we're looking at code switching differently.
Because remember,
but what if it's my missus won't let me be that person?
Whatever reason it is, you're different with both parties.
And that's code switching.
For me, it is, yeah, because you're changing how you speak. You're changing your tone. You're changing, even for example, you might be with one of your boys and
so if I'm on the block
Yeah.
Because it's like, for example, if you lot came to my block and the way I speak to my man,
It's code switching.
that's not how I speak on the pod.
That's code switching, yeah.
But you don't understand the lingo.
So
So I get that. I get that part is code switching, but
no, but that's obvious because I don't understand the lingo. That's why you're making an obvious differentiation between the two.
When we say code switching, is it negative?
No, it's not
Okay.
I'm not saying,
I think that's what I'm arguing here.
No,
I don't think it's negative. I just think it's a thing, but it's not negative.
No, I'm not saying it's negative. I'm just saying you do it. Like, for example, same way, like, me and you might argue, for example, yeah, in a group, and then, no, sorry, you might argue with someone else in the group, and then you might say to them, oh, fuck off, man. But if you and your missus are arguing, you're not going to tell your missus to fuck off because you know how that it's not going to fly over there because she doesn't gauge it the same way. Do you know what I'm saying?
How is that? I just don't understand why that's code switching.
Because you're changing elements of your speech and you're changing the way you say stuff, the way your brain is looking at your missus and saying, I can't say it. Before you even think it, I can't even say this to her.
But I wouldn't say that to my daughter. Does that mean I'm code switching in front of my daughter?
100% yes.
Okay, all right, cool.
You remember, it's code switching in terms of even how you speak to a child is different to how you speak to an adult.
Okay, so when we talk about you say how your girl might come, or we discuss this topic where your girl might come home and speak to you a certain way, but she knows how to speak to her boss. She won't speak to him a certain way. That's code switching.
That's disrespect. That's what that is. Forget code switching with that one. That is disrespect, rude boy. Are you crazy? They don't code switch. You're parring me, bro. You're taking what?
Undue liberty.
My dad used to say, man, you're taking undue liberty. When my dad said that, I said, yeah, I knew I was in trouble still. That even makes sense. Taking undue liberty. Where did Nigerians get these things from?
Well, I think it's hilarious though.
Brigadier. Get me? But yeah.
Okay. Code switching.
But I think that's I think there's so many nuances to it. I feel like what Claire was saying is some of the cons I read, I think that's what she was experiencing, and I get it.
I don't think she was getting paid enough to code switch. Well. That's what I got from it.
But I see Koya as a free spirit. I see Koya as a creative. I see Koya as someone who can't be at a desk.
Yeah, so when she's at a desk,
So I feel like she's at a desk and she's like,
I said, I shouldn't even be here.
Nah, man, I don't even like this. So I feel like sometimes when your environment annoys you, for example, like, you can be annoyed already about something, and then someone annoys you, and then something that wouldn't have annoyed you, it's just tipped you over the edge, man. And everyone's like, "Raw, relax, what's wrong with you?" They don't know that, but I've been jarred from 2 p.m. This is 4 hours, it's 6 p.m. Now I've had 4 hours of rubbish, but you've just come for the last 10 minutes and seen me switch. So I feel like sometimes with people in the workplace, in the environment, they don't like their job. Because even at Pink, there's times when I have to work in the shirt shop or whatever, I used to be in the till, look out the window and just be like, this can't be me, blood. Nah, man.
But even today, I reversed out where I parked here, but I looked down the road before I got into my car. And the car that was oncoming was way down. I could have reversed and done my thing. But anyway, as I was reversing, he had to, obviously, he's speeding, so he's had to slow down and he stopped here. Yeah. But this is, on the road, that's the behaviour of the road, because where the parking is, it's a bit weird. You have to pull your back out into the road, innit? Pause. As I've pulled straight, made my car straight to go down the lane on my side, all I've heard is wanker. I'm just like, but why didn't you say that when I was reversing?
Yeah, the getaway, when they get away and they feel comfortable.
It's like, you're at my boot now, you've said wanker. I've heard it, because if my window's down, I've heard it. But it's like, for some people, I've noticed, I know they would allow that to ruin their day. Like, if they could do a U-turn and try to find that driver, they would. Whereas for me, I've noticed on the roads, I don't know what you've gone through. I don't know what you're going through. To be fair, I saw his wife next to him. She looked a bit upset. Maybe they were arguing, whatever. I'm not what's it called? Someone who gets angry on the road like that. So I'm not going to let you ruin my day. Even like given traffic, I'm happy to just cut through, do your thing. Because some people bully their way in and it's like, I can't now drive past you. I have to let you go.
So once I had to cut you, I know Brent wanted to thingy.
Oh, yeah.
Did you want me to ask the Discord, Brent, or just end it?
No, it's ended already.
The Discord's ended, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, big up everyone who tuned into the live. Thank you for tuning in. Bit of a deep one today. But yeah, on Friday, the first part will be out. And also the part we're going to talk about after this, we'll talk about Dave's album, NHS and racism, and a few other things in the third part. But big up everyone for listening to the live. Thank you for tuning in.
Love.
Thank you for all those who got involved with the Discord. The links at the top. Click the Discord and join the Discord, please. Because we're going to be doing more of this stuff. And thank you for listening in today. Big up.
Take
Thank
care.
you, Brent, yeah?